The movie starts in a company performing an experiment on a spaceship there that was being performed on a mouse. But then something goes wrong with the experiment. The rat who was being tested becomes quite powerful. He starts demolishing everything and kills many scientists. Only one scientist could survive. That scientist tells the owner of the company named Claire that experiment is failed. Everyone has died except me. So please open the door for me so that I can go outside. But Claire was so mean. She agrees to open the door on one condition. She asks her to bring the sample of the virus which was being tested. If you brought that sample, I will open the door for you. Somehow, that scientist manages to get 3 boxes of the virus to save her life. According to the promise, Claire opens the door for her. That scientist sits in another spaceship. She finds out that the small mouse has turned into a large mouse. There is a huge blast on the spaceship. As that scientist was coming in a spaceship towards the Earth, that spaceship crashes. In the next scene we see Davis. He was ex-military soldier. Now he was an officer somewhere. His duty was to treat gorillas there. He was very friendly with them. He behaved very well with them. There was a white-colored gorilla which looked very rare. Davis loved this gorilla the most. They were very close to each other and talked with each other. That white gorilla was so intelligent. It understood what David used to say. It never refused his orders but always carried out. Then we see that crashed spaceship, in which that scientist was bringing that virus. Boxes of those viruses fall down at different places. One fall at a place where that white gorilla was. One in the river and the other one in the forest. The virus that fell in the forest is inhaled by a wolf. The other virus is inhaled by the white gorilla. As it inhales it, something weird starts happening with the white gorilla. When Davis comes there, he sees that there must be something wrong. Because white gorilla had killed another gorilla. He was also very injured and his body was full of scars. Plus it seemed huge than its normal size. Seeing it, Davis assumed that there must be something wrong here. Because now that gorilla wasn't carrying out Davis's orders as before. It starts behaving weirdly as well. Davis goes to the nearby forest to investigate. There he finds a virus box. Davis thinks something's not right here. He analyzes the issue and where did this virus come from? Then we see company owner Claire and her brother. They acknowledge that their spaceship has crashed. Claire's brother feels sad over it. But Claire wasn't sad at all because she was so clever. She says undoubtedly spaceship crashed but samples of virus are spread all over in the forest. Before someone picks it up, we should get it. She sends her officers to nearby forests and areas. Then we are shown a female doctor who was a scientist of a company as well. When she hears in the news that a spaceship made by his company is crashed, she gets upset. She also sets out for the city. Davis brings that white gorilla to the hospital for his checkup. He wanted to know what happened to him. Then that female scientist comes there. She tells Davis that the DNA of this white gorilla is changing rapidly. This is because of the virus that spread in his body. But Davis couldn't believe his words. Doctors try to explain to him that this virus is made by combining the power of 4 or 5 powerful animals. Any animal who inhales it gets the power of these animals. Davis believes his words because the white gorilla was increasing in size. Suddenly that white gorilla starts feeling weird. It wreaks havoc there. He starts running coming outside the hospital. Davis tries to stop him by chasing him. But now it wasn't carrying out his orders in a way as he did before. Meanwhile, military also reaches there. It was about to insert a toxication injection into the gorilla. David stops them. But the military ignores him and injects him. That white gorilla becomes unconscious. On the other hand, we see officers sent by Claire to find the animal that inhaled the virus. Claire and her brother were able to see everything clearly from their office. They find out that a wolf inhaled the virus. Now he has grown bigger. Because the footprints of that wolf were very large and deep. Claire's team get afraid of it. But still, they fight with the wolf instead of losing courage. But that wolf became that powerful that he kills everyone. A helicopter comes there to rescue them, but it attacks it as well. He jumps at the mountain from the helicopter. Then we see that the senior agent arrests Davis. That white gorilla was being taken somewhere on the helicopter. Davis asks them to take him with them. The senior agent agrees and takes him and the female doctor with him. He tells them that a wolf is in the same condition as that of the white gorilla. He tells the female doctor that the company you work for is responsible for everything. Her brother tells her that the military is taking those animals with them which are infected by the virus. Hearing it, he comes to the terrace of the building along with his brother. She shows her brother a tower of radiation technology. She tells that it'll emit the radiations that will attract the infected animals. As this technology starts, she turns the radiations on. First of all, that wolf starts running towards the radiation. We can notice the movement in the river as well. We were unaware that a crocodile had inhaled the virus that had fallen into the river. It was also moving towards the radiation. As radiation turns on, something starts happening to the white gorilla. He becomes aggressive. He demolishes everything. Davis is compelled to think that what happened to it now? Then that female doctor says that I know what's happening here. In fact, everything is because of the radiation. Infected animals will be running towards the radiation. The white gorilla destroys everything in plane and kills everyone. Only 3 people survive, including the agent, Davis, and the female doctor. Davis saves the life of the agent. 3 of them land with the help of a parachute. Plane crashes and that white gorilla also runs away. Those 3 survivors reach a point after saving their lives. That agent tries to contact the military. Davis was so upset because he was worried about his friend, the white gorilla. He was angry at the female doctor that T happened because of her company. The female doctor says that I am not responsible for this, because I was forced upon doing this. Claire is responsible for everything. She blackmailed me. If I didn't accept her orders, she'll kill my brother. I accompanied her, but still, she took my brother's life. But you have no need to get worried because I have made a vaccine for this virus. That vaccine is in a lab of a city. We'll have to go to the lab in order to save white gorilla's life. Hearing it, Davis agrees to go with her. On the other hand, the military had reached Claire's office. They doubt Claire because the experiments he was doing were illegal. The whole lab is checked roughly. But the military doesn't find anything there. Claire and her brother try to escape from there. They had packed their stuff to escape. The military comes there where that agent, Davis, and the female doctor was present. They take them to the military unit with them. They show them video footage of that wolf. That how's he destroying the city? Then that female doctor tells them that they are going to the radiation tower. But the military wasn't ready to believe their words at any cost. On the contrary, they get arrested. That agent tries to explain to the military that they can be of our use and be with us. But the military had issued the orders for their arrestment. The female doctor asks Davis to reach the lab as soon as possible. Otherwise, those animals will destroy the city. Davis steals soldiers' helicopter after killing them. He starts escaping and the agent was along with him as well. They both thank the agent and go away. The military had sent its whole team to kill the white gorilla and the wolf. They shoot them ruthlessly but of no use. It wreaks havoc in the river as well. They feel as someone is there because they were still unaware of that third animal, the crocodile. The white gorilla and wolf had destroyed the city completely. Removing them all from their path, they were heading towards the radiation tower. Davis sees a huge crocodile coming out of the river. It seemed very dangerous. It was huge in size. The military also reaches there and all 3 animals are attacked. These animals are shot, they are bombed, but it doesn't affect them. Because they were super powerful now. The female doctor asks Davis to go to the lab where that vaccine is present. They find the vaccine as they search for it. She tells Davis that Claire wants to make a weapon by seizing all 3 of these animals, so that she can rule over the world. Once she gets succeeded in her mission, she'll leave this country and run away. Claire and her brother was really running away, but she finds out that the female doctor has come to her lab. She came here to steal that vaccine. They are both running away with the vaccine when Claire arrives. She gunpoints them and takes the vaccine back. She shoots Davis and takes the female doctor as a prisoner with her. Davis wasn't dead yet. He was still alive. She was taking the female doctor with her so that she can use her and run away from here. Meanwhile, that gorilla reaches the terrace. Radiation makes it very angry and he starts breaking the radiation tower. The whole building starts shaking due to it. Suddenly Davis arrives there and he saves the female doctor. Claire's brother gets afraid and runs away, leaving her sister alone there. Davis and the female doctor makes a plan. In fact, they hid a vaccine with them. They secretly keep that vaccine in Claire's bag and hide somewhere. The white gorilla was mad and got out of control. He picks up Claire and puts her in his mouth. The vaccine was also present in her bag, so it is also swallowed by the gorilla. Davis asks the female doctor that how long it takes for the vaccine to work, to which she tells him that it will take at least 10 minutes. Claire's brother was running away, but the agent catches him. He takes all the papers and documents in which there were written about the vaccine. The crocodile had also reached the radiation tower. That building starts shaking and was about to fall. Davis and that female doctor use a military helicopter and come out of there. Together, the three animals begin to break down the radiation tower. This causes the whole building to collapse. The white gorilla was returning to its original state. Davis tries to talk to him because he was thinking that he's completely normal now. But it wasn't. There was still a little bit of fraction left. Davis becomes happy to see it returning to normal. The danger was that the two animals were still very powerful and were destroying the city. The gorilla and Davis make a plan to kill the other two animals. Then they attack them. But that crocodile was very powerful. Then the wolf comes there and the crocodile eats it. Now they both attack the crocodile. But the crocodile was more powerful than the gorilla, so it hits it a lot. Davis shoots him too, and its power was getting low gradually. Gorilla hits its eye with a rod. Using its power, it inserts the rod into its eye. It causes the death of that crocodile. But the gorilla was also injured and he dies as well. Davis becomes really upset and sad, because his best friend, whom he loved the most, isn't anymore in this world. Davis holds the gorilla's hand. He thinks that it lost its life in order to save people's life. He becomes really sad. Then the female doctor and the agent also come there. Davis notices that gorilla's hand is moving. This means that it is alive. Davis looks at the gorilla and asks if he's acting dead. "And you were doing this act to check me, right?" Hearing this, that gorilla opens its eyes and passes smile. He asks Davis that when you got to know that I'm dead, you were weeping, right? On which Davis says, "Not at all.